get the real deal now. Gonna kick this sorry ass out on the street. Yeah, what you got? You used to think you owned the street. Well, pack your bags and your ass is dead meat. Victory's sweet.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to week number 15 of the Lowdown Show on No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast. We're your Canadian WWE podcast that reacts and discusses to Monday Night Raw and Tuesday Night Smackdown from the past week. Also, during the show, we have our segment called The List of 10 and read your fan questions that you've tweeted to the show. Every week, the Lowdown Show is broadcasted live right here on Spreaker, available at Spreaker.com/NHBWP, or on the Spreaker app, available for all Android and Apple devices. After we are done recording, the podcast is posted in full on Spreaker itself on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/NHBWR, iTunes, Stitcher, Radio, everything. So go check us out wherever is easier and convenient for you to listen to us. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at NoHoldsBarredWP and join in on the conversation. Have your thoughts and questions read right here on the show. We are also available to follow on Facebook and Instagram by searching up No Holds Barred WP. All links will be provided for you in the description below on the YouTube version of this podcast. I am your host, the self-proclaimed greatest host, and ladies and gentlemen, do I have a surprise for you. Joining us via Skype is none other than the corporate co-host. He is the blissful boss, Mr. Corporate himself, Corporate Cappy.
I think I need Eric Bischoff's theme right now.
I'm back. He's back, joining us via Skype.
Feels good.
Feels good to be back, eh?
Yes, it does.
It's been a while. It's been tough for me, to be honest. To be honest, it's been really tough doing some of them solo. I never knew how much hard work it is and how much it takes out of your voice doing a solo podcast than actually doing it. And
I
God
want to congratulate Tyler Jones on for being a great fill-in co-host while I've been gone.
Yeah, Greg in the chat, welcome back, man.
Beautiful, love it.
Yeah, thank you, Tyler Jones. I know he's listening to us live right now, so thank you, Tyler Jones. Yeah, it helps. It's definitely a tremendous help. God, I think it's what my problem is. I talk too much and then too fast. I don't take breaks. Like there's like small little tiny breaks I could take in when talking stuff. But for me, it's like I always want to just get it out, and you know, it's good having a co-host, and I have breaks. Because then the co-host says something and have a break. I can take a break and have a breather. Because dude, at the end of a whole show when I'm doing it by myself, I'm like so out of breath, and I'm not in the bed. I'm not in ring shape. I'm not in any wrestling ring shape. But that's,
you're not Big Show over there.
Or Big Show, or I'd say Jinder Mahal, but okay, well, I guess we can use Big Show. Since he always.
So are the ratings up or down now that I'm on the show tonight?
I think it's up. I think they're up. We'll see how many people tune in live. We put a couple tweets out, and then Greg's in the chat right now, so we'll see how many people are tuning in live. We know we have the silent followers.
Yeah. Shout outs to you. But WWE, man, like I've been watching it still every week, but it hasn't been exciting me, and I really haven't had anything good to say about it lately anyway.
Tyler Jones in the chat, but no tie equals no ratings.
Yeah. I guess if that's what helps you sleep at night there, Tyler Jones.
But yeah, I was hoping a lot for this summer from WWE. I was hoping we're going to get a big boost going into SummerSlam. They keep hyping it up because they want to make it as much as WrestleMania, but I'm not feeling it. Around WrestleMania time, you get that WrestleMania fever. You know it's around the corner. With SummerSlam, it's like, to me, SummerSlam looks like it's just going to be a basic pay-per-view. There's nothing special about it. And they're not building anything. I mean, they're building some matches that are pretty good, but it's not as big as they're making it out to be. That's just my. It feels lackluster.
I feel like Great Balls of Fire was a good card compared to what SummerSlam is going to be. I feel like they gave away too many good matches on Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah, definitely. There's one feud I'm excited for SummerSlam, and it's none of the obvious ones. I just want to see the Demon Balor, and it looks like they're starting the whole Wyatt and Demon Balor feud with what we got this week on Raw. Thank fucking Christ.
We don't get this whole Seth Rollins and Elias Sampson thing. Well, Sampson's facing Balor on next.
I'll give it to Sampson, man. Sampson is really turning he's really turning some heads in WWE. I guess in the fan base.
He's gaining some momentum.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on backstage. I don't know what fucking Bugs Bunny has to say about Elias Sampson or what Vince McMahon has to say about Elias Sampson, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But with the big thing, the whole thing everyone was talking about in the last couple of weeks when they were building up basically all summer into actually you can call it a big reveal this week,
Oh my God.
was
What was this? An episode of Maury Povich?
Yeah, you get a legitimate son. It's a son. So I remember everyone was guessing it was either going to be even me included. I was guessing it was either going to be Stephanie McMahon or it's probably going to be Dixie Carter. It was going to be like an affair. But no, we get the legitimate excuse that back in college, Kurt Angle had sex with someone, had a kid. Why is that a big deal? It happens. They made it like it could ruin his career. How can this ruin his career? I really want to know how this is going to ruin his career. Oh, he has a kid now that he knocked someone up back in college. Heaven forbid. How is that going to ruin your career?
God.
He has kids already.
He's got kids. He needs that shirt.
Oh
He
my
needs
God.
Heath Slater's t-shirt.
It should be just I got Jason Jordan.
But I still hate it because they break up another fucking tag team.
They hate tag teams. It's been like
Honestly,
the year of the
killing
breakups.
tag team wrestling. It's
They're doing it
ridiculous.
at NXT too. It's like this is like an all-around thing. Like even the people in NXT are like, shit, we got to break up some teams. Let's break up Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, the best team we've had in a long time.
Oh, our boy at Trey Patterson on Twitter says boo. Yeah,
Oh.
boo earns.
Yeah, boo
okay,
earns,
thanks. Thanks for the input, Trey.
Yeah. But yeah, big reveal. I guess you can call it. So big.
Ty, you and Trey were actually there. The Bucks of Smash were live in Nashville this week. So
Yeah, what's
can
right?
you guys
It was in
give
our
us
hometown.
can you guys give us the reaction of the crowd? Was it crickets to this?
I bet you it was. Well, from what I seen and from my perspective of watching it on TV, I saw half the crowd not reacting at all. Like, he said Jason Jordan, and there was just nothing. No one stood up. and
Everybody
clapped.
was just like, what?
What? Who? Bet you half of them were like, who?
Who?
Who the fuck's Jason Jordan?
Half of them probably don't even watch SmackDown.
Well, that guy's on Smackdown. What's he doing over here?
And then him and Kurt Angle just awkwardly hugged for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and the Angle's like legitimately crying. I'm like, holy shit, he's really selling this.
And he like kissed him on the cheek.
Yeah,
too. I'm like,
what the-
Jesus, Kurt.
They're taking this far, man. Kurt's a good actor, I guess. Everyone was
Yeah.
like saying,
And they did- Oh, sorry.
it makes sense though. Like the way, okay, the one thing I want to say that makes sense is that they picked Jason Jordan, because he has the more of the background that would make sense as a Kurt Angle kid. Like he has the athleticism. I can say he's bald, but that's self-explanatory. But it just makes sense. People on Twitter were saying that it should have been Chad Gable. I'm like, how? Chad Gable looks nothing like Kurt Angle. How would that
Chad
make
Gable? Chad Gable needs to be Charlie Haas's illegitimate son. That's the only way that's gonna work.
Could you imagine they did that? Could you imagine Shelton Benjamin comes back, and he comes back, he brings Charlie Haas back, and Charlie Haas has like this like epiphany or something and says, man, something's going on. Like I feel something with this kid here, this just Chad Gable guy. Then they have like they have Maury Povich come on SmackDown and they do
Oh my
You Are
God.
the Father nonsense. I can kind of see that happening.
Awful. Why did this have to happen? And like they didn't even say anything after. They literally just hugged for 5 minutes and left.
Yeah, because
Like,
they said it
wow.
in their interview, and the interview was terrible too. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Even on SmackDown, Chad Gable had a cringe interview with Renee Young. Like, oh my God. I really hope they know what they're doing with this. Like, if they actually have plans that are set in stone for these two guys in
They
singles. 'cause
don't.
if
They're in trouble. They're in serious trouble if they think that this just leaving it at that and then pushing Jason Jordan afterwards is gonna do anything. Because you can't
Oh, it's
build
not.
something like that. You can't build
Oh.
and have the creepy text messages, Corey Graves randomly leaving the table, and all this bull crap just to be left alone at just Jason Jordan.
I feel like we're gonna get the reveal of the mother at some point.
Watch it be Dixie Carter.
Yeah, because that makes a lot of sense.
I know that you're bringing in color skin and all this nonsense. 'Cause I see all the goons on Twitter freaking reposting the GIF and the video of Kurt Angle and Queen Charmel in the locker room from that one episode of
Oh my
SmackDown.
lord.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree that they need to do more with Jason Jordan and just build off, because like look what they did with like Curtis Axel. Remember when he became a Paul Heyman guy and they changed his name and said like, oh, he's third generation superstar, so his name's gonna be Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
And like they just didn't do anything with that. Like it just went downhill from there. It was just they don't build off these things, these new repackaged of single superstars.
Although I like Curtis Axel better than Michael McGillicuddy. That's a horrible name, man.
You didn't
And
like the
his
McGillicuddy?
Yeah, and his finisher, the McGillicutter. Fucking terrible, man. I'm glad they repackaged him.
Oh yeah, now he's in the Miztourage, but
He had the whole like Drew McIntyre treatment, Curtis Axel. He looked like he was supposed to be the next up and coming star, and they really just WWE likes to do that. They like to hype a lot of people, and then they don't fall through with pushing them the right way.
they push him for a month and then afterwards, we don't care anymore.
Like, oh shit, we gotta get Brock Lesnar back. Oh fuck everybody else. Now look at this. Brock Lesnar is saying he's not going to re-sign after 34, and he's going back to the UFC. Way to go, Vince. You're going to pay this douchebag like $13 million a year to show up 5 times a year, and then he's going to go right back to the company he used to work for. Great. Good business work there, Vince.
So that was that.
Yeah.
That was a complete letdown on Raw.
Yeah, we just had to get that out of the way. We were talking about Curtis Axel. Let's talk about this whole Miztourage thing. I think it's a resurgence. I mean, him and Bo Dallas were doing anything else beforehand. Now they're like
I like it.
cronies, and it makes sense.
It's getting them on TV and actually fighting credible people.
They're actually dressed like legit people that would be part of the Miz's, like, Miztourage, as he puts it.
Bo Dallas, like, see what he looks like? My God.
He shaved his beard. Everyone thought he was growing the beard because he's going to be the next Wyatt member, and maybe they scrapped that. Maybe
I mean, I was pissed that he wasn't going to go with his brother Bray. Maybe it could still happen down the road, but I like this whole Miztourage thing right now. I think it's good for Miz to have some cronies, because he can't win matches clean, and there's only so much Maurice can do when he's facing a male, right?
Yeah, well, look what we're getting at. Look what we're getting out of it. We're getting a mini Shield reunion. We got the big tease of it this week. Ambrose and Rollins is basically laying everything out on the table. Like, literally, everything got off their chest, both of them. And even, like, Rollins did the whole, like, turning his back thing. Like, yo, yeah, I know I did it to you. Now you hit me. And then Ambrose basically said, I can't do it to my brother. And they're basically, like, doing a whole mini Shield reunion kind of thing. One thing I
still think Dean's gonna keep this in his back pocket for one day, and he's gonna turn on Rollins eventually.
You know what? I like that in the terms of they get the entire Shield back together, and then it's Ambrose going to be the one to turn.
They gotta reunite at least 3 times so every single person can turn on the rest of the group.
I think it's gonna happen because after reading the news from this past week that WWE's not really high on Roman Reigns being the guy anymore, maybe they're gonna lean after SummerSlam. They're gonna kind of re-put him in with the Shield. Like Rollins and Ambrose are not gonna, maybe. I'm trying to think of how long they could span this out, because Rollins and Ambrose can get beat up so much. Right, and if they're gonna go with the Fatal 4-Way for the Universal title at SummerSlam, then obviously Roman won't be included into that feud, and they won't be a Shield reunion at SummerSlam. So how long do you even carry out Ambrose and Rollins getting handicapped for that long? Unless they're just a mini Shield reunion with just these two.
I think against those 3, you can just keep it Rollins and Ambrose. But I think if a dominant faction comes up, 3 guys or 4 guys, then I think the Shield all 3 of them will reunite one day. But I think for now, they feel that, Axel and Bo Dallas are kind of like just goons. So all 2 of them can probably take the 3 of those guys.
Trey Patterson says he didn't like that segment.
Yeah. Neither did Tyler Jones. He said that he didn't like it. It went on too long. But, I mean, they were bickering back and forth for a while. But I did like the whole Rollins turning his back with the chair thing, like you said. And Ambrose didn't decide to hit him now. And then of course the Miztourage comes out and beats the crap out of him. So we're getting a handicap match next week. So we'll see what happens with that.
Rollins' apology did seem legit. It kind of didn't seem like it was like heel Rollins.
And he's like, I live with this every single day, and this and that. And
let's move on.
I don't know about Dino.
Yeah. Someone said something on Twitter. They said that maybe that they're gonna add a new third Shield member. And it's going to be Elias Sampson for some reason.
Yeah, okay.
Like, how? How would that even work? How do you
Where
even
do these?
transition his character?
Is that the Twitter account that generates the random feud matches?
No, I know which one you're talking about, and it's not that one.
Boy, No Cell Phil loves reading that one.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of Samson, he had a match with Balor, and I'm thinking this is the last of this. I think this is the end of it because what we got
no,
after the match.
next week they're having no DQ match.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw that. They're hyping up Raw already for next week.
Yeah.
Um,
Fuck, man. Elias Sampson's promos before this guitar are just gold. Like, he's getting so much pure heat. It's great.
yeah. Apparently that was a botched guitar shot this week. He didn't hit him with the right side of the guitar, and that's why Balor's head got busted open. And for them to even do a spot like that was gutty.
After he got the concussion from Jinder, like, what, 2 months
Juicer
ago?
Mahal getting fucking knocked out of his, knocked out of the universe. Basically, pun intended, being knocked out of the universe because he's far away from the Universal title now.
Never got his rematch, but that's another whole new story.
But apparently it was botched. I kept reading reports that it was botched, and that's why he had that big gash in his head. So
Yeah, that was a hard hit, man. That was not PG. That was a good segment, good match.
I like that. I love the guitar shot, man. You're bringing more edginess to Raw. It's something you need. You can't have Raw stale every goddamn week, and for it being as stale as it was till that point, and for that,
I honestly think Elias Sampson has been one of the better performers on Raw lately. Like, he's probably been steadily in the top 3 or 4 every week, which is sad because with the talent they have on that roster.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Sampson should not be your 4th best guy. Yeah. But every week he's generating heat and people are getting excited to see him, and his matches are quality, his promos are quality. So
you definitely have to give it up for him, man. This guy is like literally, he's legit talent. Like he's got the whole package, man.
He's actually one guy that did nothing in NXT and now is doing something on the main roster. Usually it's the other way around.
True. Sad but true. Wyatt cut a typical promo after, like literally the typical promo he always.
I just don't care about Bray Wyatt's promos anymore, honestly.
I think I'm just excited. This is probably the ignition that we're getting to start this feud going into SummerSlam, because now you got almost a month now till SummerSlam. You can build a good feud if they do it properly with Balor.
Yeah,
it's probably going to be Bray Wyatt pushing Balor to bring the Demon back, and Balor not wanting to. He's going to do all this like crazy. I think we're going to get all this like cryptic shit for Balor to just finally lose his mind and bring the Demon Balor out, and we're finally going to get it at SummerSlam.
I think it'll be a sick match if the Demon does come out. I think it's got to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's not going to be for anything. I mean, I would love it if it was like a number 1 contender match for a future title opportunity, but I doubt it.
It'll just be a nostalgia match, basically.
Yeah, it'll just be the what does he call himself? The Eater of Worlds versus the Demon King.
Yeah. Maybe they call it Eater of Demons.
Yeah, maybe Kane comes back and like gives Finn Balor the demon seed. I don't fucking know.
I think he's just can't do too much to come back. He's done.
I know it's a joke, but
I think he's done with your boy Mark Henry, who's not done from wrestling. He's not done from wrestling. He's gonna be staying around to help the kids.
Yeah, he said on Table for Three, if you watched the one, Nation of Domination, that was great. It was Ron Simmons, Godfather, and Mark Henry. And Mark Henry said he's gonna be done in a couple months, and he's looking forward to his backstage role. So good for him.
That's good. Someone who does need to retire and does need to join him is the Big Show.
Oh, what do you mean? Big Show's doing the best work of his career right now.
Who the fuck cares about this? Who cares about Big Cass and the Big Show? Enzo's promo was the only thing worth watching out of this entire thing we got this week. That was it. After that, you can cut it there, skip it, next. Let's see what the next thing is. You don't need to watch the rest. The rest was probably the worst thing I've ever seen. I can't believe that Trey and Ty had to pay to see that. I can't believe that.
They didn't even start the match. They were just brawling.
Where the fuck is this feud going? What is happening here?
It's going to lead to a match at SummerSlam, guaranteed.
Enzo's not going to beat Big Show. It's going to be Big Show with Enzo in his corner. Who cares? I couldn't give 2 shits about this.
It's supposed to show Cass as credible as a big guy beating, one of the biggest big guys to ever grace the ring.
It was the worst thing I've ever seen.
I don't know. I don't know about worst thing I've ever seen, because that's a pretty
wasted my time seeing that.
Bad statement.
I didn't need to see that.
But Enzo's promos are great and all, but if you can't back it up with at least winning a match or not getting squashed,
so why should I care? Why should I give any shits about this entire feud? Because it's not going to go anywhere. I don't care. I do not care. Enzo Amore can go to 205 Live. Big Cass can do whatever the fuck he wants, and Big Show get the fuck off the TV, go join Mark Henry, and do something useful. Okay, you know he doesn't even want to be the fuck out there. Okay, we know he doesn't. He probably hated the script he got this week. But again, he's a company guy. He does, what he gets told to do. But you know what, Big Show? Sometimes you got to say no and just say, you know what, I'd rather be with Mark Henry and start teaching young talent. Maybe teach the big guys that are in the performance center that need help and need guidance to be a big guy wrestler. You know what I mean? You don't need to be on fucking TV anymore, man. No one cares that the Big Show is going to be on Raw the night you're going to, like, say if I got a ticket to Monday Night Raw next week, I'm not going to be walking in there saying, you know what, I really hope the Big Show is here tonight because my night's going to be ruined if he's not.
I think that's what Trey and Ty got their tickets for, solely due to the Big Show's appearance.
It did nothing. It did absolutely nothing. The crowd did not pop for when he came out. They're like, "Oh, cool, the Big Show."
The only thing they did was chant "casshole." That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Cool. Anyways, moving on. Like I did with the video, skipped it. We had Revival facing the Hardys this week, which was actually a decent match.
Probably the best match of the night.
But we had the club watching from catering. They had main event spot, but then why is the club watching from backstage? If they wanted to make a statement here in the tag team division, to make a statement saying that, okay, we want to be the ones to go for the tag team gold, why the fuck did they not just come out and attack them both?
Yeah, like, remember when they debuted, they just came out and attacked both tag teams that were in a match?
What the fuck are they doing? They've lost all credibility as this dominant tag team.
They're awful now. Like, I feel so bad for them. Like, honestly, if I were them, I'd want to go back to New Japan because what they're doing, they're being totally underutilized.
I hate this, and I really hate saying this, but they're slowly slipping into Ascension category.
Which is pathetic. They really need to just revive this whole club thing, pun intended, and maybe make Balor the leader of it and make it Balor Club again.
But we got no broken promo, which is, I think, is again, like we had last week, which is sick. We had like Jeff Hardy doing the whole obsolete thing, and Matt Hardy. It was basically they're both broken. They didn't do it this week, but it's reasonable because I think it's a slow build to SummerSlam. So next week we'll probably get a promo. The week after, it probably won't get anything. You know what I mean? And then we'll start slowly building. And then the upcoming weeks, like the 2 weeks until SummerSlam, we'll probably get more out of the broken thing. I think for sure, without a doubt, we're gonna get the full broken gimmick at SummerSlam or the night after.
I think they definitely have the trademark, but them and Anthem have a deal to not reveal that they ever sold it to them.
Yeah. But again, where should this thing too about this whole tag team. Where the fuck was Cesaro and Sheamus?
Yeah, the tag team champs. Where are you?
Unbelievable.
Where the hell are they?
The champs don't even PRT. What are they? The Brock Lesnar of the tag team division? They just show up when they have a match.
Was this Revival and Matt Hardy's thing for number one contendership, or was it just a regular match?
No, it's a regular match.
What happened to tournaments? Like, why can't we have tag team title tournaments again? Like, instead of two teams just being handed a number one contender opportunity, why don't we actually have a tournament again?
We need tournaments. We need something like that.
But the problem is that they don't have no tag teams to do it. They've taken away 3 of them.
You know what? It would have been better. It would have been better if Cesaro and Sheamus were the ones watching backstage as they all were beating the fuck out of each other. And they came up on the ramp and, whoever's the last team standing, they did like a little heel, like applaud, like, oh, good job, good job. And then they raised their titles up. They should have done something like that, man. But to have them not on TV, what the fuck is the point of having them with the titles then?
They didn't even mention where they were either. Sick.
Cool. So they're irrelevant. So when they do show up, no one's going to give a shit.
And we all know that Sheamus is going to film a movie soon, so when are they losing the titles?
SummerSlam, I guess. Or maybe we have a title match beforehand on Raw.
They've done nothing for me as the tag team champions. I don't understand why they didn't just run with the Hardys and have the Revival win it at SummerSlam and then make them broken from it. Like, they've done nothing with the tag titles, honestly.
Tag team wrestling is slowly dying in WWE, and Vince McMahon is losing his fucking mind, and Kevin Dunn's going to kiss his ass and say he's not every single goddamn week. So it is what it is.
Greg,
I live with it.
Greg, I agree, but they also have the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, so yeah. I don't think they could have another style tournament like the women or the cruiserweights. But
there was the whole rumors that they were going to do a tag team tournament, like the women's tournament and the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah, but like I said, they already have one in the Dusty.
The problem
Rhodes
was, though, they're running into is that they don't know if they can get enough tag teams from around the world. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about?
Just because tag team wrestling's dead in WWE doesn't mean tag team wrestling's dead around the world.
God, the Young Bucks would probably be the ones to join that tournament and win the whole goddamn thing. Unbelievable, man. it's the creative thinking that goes on in those meetings. I really want to be a fly in a wall and see this room full of brain dead idiots come up with shit for Monday Night Raw and Tuesday Night SmackDown. I
They
really want
probably
to see that.
think of it on the spot at like 5 o'clock, 2 hours, 3 hours for the show. Okay, let's make the show, guys.
God, oh, that looks good. Don, what do you think? Yeah, okay, let's go. Put it out there.
They probably have those magnets and they just throw them onto the whiteboard.
Okay.
It's like, all right, throw them. Where does it land?
Here,
All
let's.
right, this lands in an opening segment. All right.
They got an open hand. They got Bailey, Nia Jax, Alexa
Sasha,
Bliss, and Sasha. And they
Dana,
have
and
no.
Emma.
Dana and Emma are in the lost pile. They have no idea where the hell those are. They'll find them in a couple weeks. But they throw these four at the wall, and whatever two are closest to each other, they have a match. And if it ends up all four being close to each other, they have a tag team match.
Honestly, I wouldn't be
like
shocked.
that.
That's a great thing.
Anyways, a big thing with this was the obviously predicted Strowman coming out to kick the shit out of Samoa Joe and Roman's match. We knew it was going to happen. Like, I mean, there was possibility of him not returning and they would get a clear-cut number one contender, but we know they're going to go for the fatal four-way route, and so we got to have Strowman come out and kick the shit out of both of them. And he absolutely manhandled both Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns. Especially
That was
Roman,
great.
man.
That pop he got too was great. I know our boy Tyler Jones must have loved it. He had to wait to the end of the show to see his boy come
This
out.
guy would obliterate Brock Lesnar in a one-on-one title match. I cannot see Brock Lesnar dominating Braun Strowman. He's just too much of a beast.
Like Lesnar had a hard enough time with Joe.
Dude, I'm serious. I think Braun Strowman is literally going to be the most dominant big guy in WWE history. I think they're going to build him up better than Big Show. I mean, Big Show wasn't that dominant, but better than Andre the Giant.
He's on a huge trajectory right now. It's getting that way. Like, remember we were all saying, like, when he debuted and was squashing these random local jobbers, like, oh my god, this guy's just going to be trash. But, like, he's grown so much since last year, and I really enjoy his work now.
He's getting over. He's getting over, like, seriously over.
It also helps that he's facing Roman Reigns. I mean, way to get over.
You know what's sad? This guy can actually wrestle better than Roman Reigns. Someone actually posted, I screenshotted it. You know, I have it on my phone here, and I was dying when I seen it. I'm pretty sure I sent it to you and Tyler Jones. Someone tweeted, Roman Reigns moves in tonight's match against Samoa Joe. So this is from this Raw this week. And he puts, please tell me how he is a good wrestler. And literally it's punch, 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 kick out at 2, punch, 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 clothesline, elbow, 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 jumping clothesline, punch, 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 Samoa drop, elbow, elbow, Superman punch, punch, kick, Superman punch. So,
wow.
The gist of it, that's like 4 or 5 moves there that Roman Reigns has in an entire match. So this guy kept track of Roman Reigns' moves in the match.
That's pretty sad.
I'm sorry. People have lots of criticism for Roman Reigns, and there's the Roman Reigns people that, you know, the people that love him, aka Juggy, and nothing against you, Juggy, but like, he's not a good wrestler. He's not. He's a good presence. He's got the heel presence. He's got the, you know, this is my yard presence. He can put up a good work, and he's got the look, but he cannot wrestle for shit.
And I know that they're talking about how they want him to get over with in the live events, but apparently his live event reactions been getting worse and worse.
And I mentioned that on the Sunday Heat, saying that this is one of the reasons why WWE's like taking a second guess, going, shit, maybe this guy isn't the guy. Well, duh. I told you that 2 years ago. But man,
and I feel bad for the guy, honestly. Like, he gets a lot of heat.
Yeah.
And like,
or maybe he can wrestle, and we just can't see it. Maybe Vince is like, all right, I don't want you to do 4 moves. At
the same time, it's not his fault. He can't just say, "Oh, I'm not going to let you push me." Like,
yeah,
what is he going to say? Don't let me win.
I hope he knows deep down, and someone agrees with it. He's not the guy. He's not the guy. He's not the next face of the company when John Cena leaves. He's not. WWE needs to start right now in building someone to be the next face of the company, or else they're going to be in trouble once John Cena actually fully leaves, because they're going to have nobody. You need to start right now and establish someone, because Roman Reigns ain't cutting it. The fans don't give a fucking crap about him. He's never going to get over. He's getting booed at live events now. So they're in serious trouble, man. And no wonder they're freaking rethinking Roman Reigns to be this guy that's like, you know, don't know, Roman Reigns being the top guy, because he's not. Roman Reigns is not the top guy in any way, shape, or form. Um, if I can think of another guy to be the top guy, I'm trying to think here. I don't know. Maybe I saw someone on Twitter put Zack Ryder, but I think my call just crapped out with Corporate Cappy. I'll see if I can get him back on the line here. That was strange. Like Skype just crapped out, but yeah. In my mind, I can't really think of anything that comes to mind for the next uh, John Cena in this case. Right now, there's nobody. Right now, they have potential people, but they're all old. They're all almost as old as John Cena. So you're not going to have anybody come close to that. You need to start with them young. You need to have them. I don't know, like John Cena when he first started being, the next guy in line was back in what 2005, 2004, and he was pretty young at that point. So you need someone that around that age point, and I really can't think of anything that comes to mind. I just got a text message from Corporate Cappy saying something happened, so he'll call back in a second. So in the meantime, I'll just keep chatting away until I can get him reconnected. But I'm guessing we're going to get a decision on Raw next week about what's going on with Braun Strowman, or in this Fatal 4 that's not been confirmed for SummerSlam yet, because Kurt Angle's busy with this huge reveal, which it wasn't even that huge, as we saw this week. So I don't know, maybe we get something out of it. Maybe I really want to know what's going to happen now that's going to lead up to this. Are they going to have a contract signing for all 4 guys? It's probably going to happen, and I hope we get better promos out of it, because we got that excellent promo by Joe and Lesnar last week during Raw, and I know Roman Reigns sucked during the entire promo because he didn't really say anything, and he was like literally felt out of place. So I don't know, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in the next couple of weeks, how they're gonna build this feud, and it looks like they're really going towards this Fatal 4-Way, and I'm actually pumped for this Fatal 4-Way because that's gonna be an epic match at SummerSlam. And I don't know. I can't even think of a clear-cut winner coming out of that. I'd love to see Braun Strowman. I'd love to see Braun Strowman walk out with the Universal title. That'd be sick. The guy, again, me and Corporate Cappy just said, he's being built towards one of the top big guys in the company, and maybe they know now that the news has come out that Brock Lesnar is gonna leave WWE after WrestleMania. Maybe they build Braun Strowman into that Brock Lesnar character and into that dominating guy. And maybe Braun Strowman even gets Paul Heyman under his wing. That'd be interesting. I'll love to get Corporate Cappy's thoughts on that when he calls back here. But guys, if you want to, I'm going to retweet all your answers. If you want to tweet into the podcast, who do you think should be the next face of the company once John Cena leaves? And I'll retweet your answers, and then I'll go through them on the Sunday Night Heat this Sunday. I really want to know what you guys think out there, or you can tell me in the chat if you're joining the chat right now. Tell me who you think should be the next face of the company. Someone not old, so I'm guessing someone between the age of 25 and I'm gonna cap it at 29. Think of someone on the roster right now, and then tell me who you think should be the next face of the company. I really want to know your answers. And guys, if you're just listening now and you're tuning in live now, we're live on Spreaker at Spreaker.com/NHBWP. And if you want to join into our chat, our live chat that we have while we're on the air, all you have to do is make an account. You don't have to do anything. Just add an email, your name, and then I'll add you or subscribe to us on Spreaker, and you're able to chat with us in the chat. Still trying to figure out what's going on with Corporate Cappy here. Type in to tell him to call him back. I think maybe his internet might have crapped out. That sucks. That really sucks. But I really want to get his opinion on the end of Raw there. But I think I'll just move on to SmackDown in the meantime. God, SmackDown this week. Whew. That literally was probably one of the worst openings of SmackDown I have ever seen. And Tyler Jones saying Braun would be the next top guy. Yeah, Braun could be the next face of the company, but I don't know if Vince would agree there, Tyler Jones. As much as that'd be kind of cool, but he doesn't have the, you know what I mean, the face of WWE. You know what I'm saying? He's got to have that John Cena, Roman Reigns kind of feel. And as much as Braun Strowman can be a dominating big guy, I don't think he's face of the company worthy. He's got potential to be one of the dominating guys, one of the top guys, but face of the company, I think it's another story. I would definitely have him up there, but not number one. Maybe he's somewhere in the top 5 for sure. Oh God, I can't even think off the top of my head who. I love if Bobby Roode was younger. Bobby Roode has a perfect gimmick. Ty Dillinger, if he was younger, they could definitely do something with the whole 10 gimmick. If they, I know that's a really biased pick there, but I think definitely Dillinger has the potential. I mean, I've seen his heel work when he was a heel. He's got the gimmick can get over if they even did it the right way. But again, Ty Dillinger is old, so I don't think he'd be the next guy. So it's tough to see, man. Maybe someone that's out of the blue is going to come up when that time comes, because I don't think John Cena will be done anytime soon. So we'll have to see when that happens. But yeah, SmackDown this week, god awful. The opening of SmackDown was probably the worst opening ever. I was literally yawning in the first 10 minutes of the show. Yeah, we got the stupid Punjabi prison in the ring. Ooh, the Punjabi prison. Oh man, it's God, it's just I just don't understand how they can get hype. How can you feel the hype for this feud with two guys that are probably the most monotone, boring speakers in the WWE I've ever heard. Like, I can't feel any excitement when these guys are on the mic with each other. Especially you see it this week in the opening of SmackDown. You had Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal sounds like he's got zero excitement in his voice. How can I get behind a guy who's your WWE champion? This guy can't even hype himself being a heel. The Punjabi prison, yeah, it's one thing, but then you got Randy Orton coming out and basically in the same monotone voice saying the same crap back and forth. It was blah, 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 Punjabi this, blah, 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 RKO that. Like, nothing happened from this. Nothing happened. They didn't do anything. There was no attack. There was nothing. But they had the Punjabi prison. So what? Literally, the WWE title feels like it's minor title right now. Unbelievable. I have no words for it. And I'm looking in the chat there. Tyler Jones thinks Jason Jordan the next top face guy. That could be the face. You never know. Jason Jordan. The Velveteen Dream, Trey Patterson says. Could you imagine that guy, the next face of the WWE? Velveteen Dream. Oh, my God. The day they have a guy that's basically Prince 2.0 will be the day, Trey. Ty Jones saying Andre Cien Almas. No, I don't think so. He could be a top guy in 205 Live if he cut some weight there. I don't know. I think that's a good one. God, the Velveteen Dream. I still can't get over that, Trey. Good one. But yeah, opening SmackDown did nothing for me. The WWE title feels like lackluster. It looks like their current direction is making the minor title the biggest thing on SmackDown, which is interesting. I mean, you want to be different from Raw, so I think that's an interesting way to do it. I don't know. I love if the WWE title meant more, though. The thing is really prestigious, and they're really killing it right now. Like, Jinder Mahal is the 50th champion of all time, and it really does nothing for me. It's dumb. Yeah, I know it was a joke, Tyler Jones. He's saying Cien Almas. Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's sad. I really want to get behind the WWE title, but I can't with these two guys. I hope there's something different that comes off after, so we'll see. Yeah, I know. Trey Patterson says it was just a way to put the prison on TV before Battleground. Shitty execution. Terrible. They shouldn't have had it on TV regardless. They should have waited till Battleground, but I guess not. And I think I got Brandon Caputo calling back in.
Oh my God, I fucking hate Skype.
What happened?
I have no idea. It literally just crashed, and then it took me 8 minutes to like re-download the stupid plugin for the web. Skype used to be so easy back when it came out. Now they just made it fucking confusing because they got it synced up with your fucking email now, and it's just complete gong show.
So I'll catch you up on what was going on. So in the meantime, I asked people in the chat, and I'll ask people on Twitter if they want to tweet into the show. Ask who is the next face of the company when John Cena leaves. We got some interesting answers here. Tyler Jones says Jason Jordan's a good possibility. We had Trey Patterson. I think it was a joke, but he put the Velveteen Dream. And Tyler Jones's his joke was Andre Cien Almas.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with the obvious pick and pick, the guy who you have to run through to SmackDown to be credible. That's Sin Cara.
Again, I'd love to see that, but he's too old. He's too old. I think if they're gonna plan for the next face of the WWE, you're gonna have to look at someone that's right now between the age of 20. I'd say I'll start at 24 and max it out at 29. Someone in that range has got to be the next face of the company. Because when they started with John Cena, like I said while you were gone, they started back in 2005, grooming him to be the top face, and by 2006 he's basically the face of the company. And he was pretty young back then. He's in his late 20s, mid 20s.
Yeah. Well, they want Roman, but
It's not gonna happen.
big show for another 15 years straight.
Yeah, okay. Get out of here. And,
Yes.
I ran down the worst opening of SmackDown I've ever seen. Literally the two most unexciting superstars in history opening the show. That's how you open your show. With
Oh
Jinder
my
Mahal and Randy Orton. And you have the Punjabi prison. You just ruined any hype for this match this Sunday. And as Trey said in the chat, it was shitty execution. God awful.
I mean, Randy Orton, boring.
They both are, man. It was blah, 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 Punjabi this, blah, 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 RKO that. There was nothing. Absolutely nothing. They didn't do anything. They didn't attack each other. We got nothing.
Randy Orton stood on the Punjabi prison.
Oh, wow. Ooh, the Punjabi prison. I'm shaking in my boots. Literally I said the WWE title feels like the minor title on SmackDown.
It does. The U.S. title is overshadowing
it. It looks like that's what their direction is, but it's sad. And I said it while you were gone, the WWE title has so much prestige to it, and Jinder's the 50th champion of all time, but they're doing fuck all with it. It's sad.
I mean, I do like Jinder winning the title, but I do agree with you about his voice. Like, he sounds like he's talking very silent.
I'm Jinder. The one thing that gets me is when Jinder Mahal says the word Punjabi, he puts so much emphasis and he just wakes up. It's like he was napping and then he all of a sudden got jolt waked up. He's like, I'm going to beat Randy Orton in the Punjabi prison. If you guys don't notice that, go back and listen to a Jinder Mahal promo. Try to stay awake for it too. Don't fall asleep. But as soon as he says the word Punjabi, he like puts so much emphasis in it, man. It's okay, yeah, we know you're from India. Relax.
So I just want this feud to be over with, and he can move on to probably John Cena at this point.
Well, I don't think
so.
Oh,
Michael Chow joining the podcast. We're recording his own podcast. Okay,
nice.
Thanks, Michael Chow. Sorry.
But with the current rumors, it doesn't look like they're doing that. It looks like they're doing John Cena, AJ Styles for the second time at SummerSlam for the U.S. title. That is the current direction, apparently, according to the rumors last week.
Oh.
As much as these guys can put on a good match, I don't want to fucking see that again. I don't want to see Cena in Styles again. Why do we saw it SummerSlam
3 times?
You have the roster to build better matches, and you choose to do the same crap you did last year.
Like, as much as that's a good match, we don't want to see it anymore. We saw it last year. It won our feud of the year.
Heaven forbid you do John Cena, Jinder Mahal in an epic WWE title bout. And you finally give John Cena his 17-time champion, passing Ric Flair, all that bullshit.
But instead, we get him versus Rusev in a flag match, and he came out this week and basically promoted the entire show.
Right. Addresses, like Jesus Christ!
Oh my God, can you address that, please?
I'm gonna address the address. Like, oh my God, can we end this nonsense? Enough of the fucking Charlotte winning strategies, this is my life bullshit, and all these stupid addresses. It's a complete waste of time, and it's the most useless promo ever. I mean, Cena did what anyone would have expected him to do in this situation. He came out, he boosted up being American, yada, 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 all the same crap he usually does. What else do you want me to say about this? There's nothing. He came out and said what I expected him to say. Rusev came out, destroyed Cena, it was great heat on him, that was pretty much it. I've seen this before already. Why should I be excited for this again? We saw this on the build to WrestleMania 31. Why the fuck do I care about this again?
I don't know why you would care, honestly. And Cena came out, like I said, he basically cut a promo for the entire Battleground pay-per-view. Going through every match.
This is literally garbage, man. Back then it was better because we wanted Cena to win the U.S. title again. This is not for a title. It's for a goddamn flag. Who cares?
No one cares about a flag match. No one.
No one.
It's going to be bad when people are going to be cheering for Rusev to grab the Bulgarian flag in the USA.
Yo, bro, Battleground, bro, we're going to have a flag match, bro. We're going to put the Bulgarian bro flag over there and the American bro flag over there, bro. This is Vince Russo booking this shit.
Vince Russo booked it from his, I don't know where he is, but apparently he scared Jim Cornette, so... Yeah. Anyways, but this match, I don't care about it, honestly. Like, again, we've seen this feud before. Cena versus Jinder would be something new. I mean, I know it's the whole anti-America crap again, but, like, where do these two guys go from here? It's got to be a one-off match. I really hope they don't go again into SummerSlam with this Rusev and Cena thing.
Could you imagine they do that? I'd be so mad if they continue this shit into SummerSlam.
And they have so many new guys. Why can't they just mix shit up?
How about you do a John Cena, Ty Dillinger? You have Ty Dillinger trying to make a name for himself and challenging John Cena, the top guy.
He'd get squashed by Cena. Let's
be real. Sin Cara's a top guy, and he'd probably have to challenge Sin Cara.
Where's he been lately? He's supposed to be the guy that you're supposed to beat down to look credible.
He probably botched pretty bad and he's injured. I don't know.
Speaking of the guy that beat him down, Dolph Ziggler beat Sin Cara, and where's Dolph Ziggler been? He ain't even been on TV.
No, Dolph Ziggler got the treatment where, oh shit, man, you look too tough against Sin Cara. We're gonna have to bury you for a couple of weeks.
It's been like 2 months.
Yeah. But anyway,
heaven forbid we get a Ziggler and Ty Dillinger feud, because that would actually be
enough of the goddamn addressing bullcrap, winning strategies. This is my life. Enough of the stupid segments that they think is legit TV rating boosting. It's not. It's terrible. We don't care at home. We don't give two shits about that. The casuals don't care about that. They want to see wrestling. They don't want to see Bailey, this is your life. They don't want to see John Cena addressing the match. We know what it is. Okay? We know it's a flag match. We're not stupid. Why do we need to have him come out and address something? Oh my god. Anyways, move on. The Usos are getting the upper hand before Sunday. We're actually got to see a Kofi Kingston singles match. I don't know when the last time we saw Kofi in a singles match was.
Well, I love on the side, you know, where they have the I don't even know what it's called, but they have like their picture with the couple facts.
Yeah.
It said something about 4-time Intercontinental Champion and like 2-time US champion.
Yeah. All these accolades, and now Kofi is doing what? Jobbing to Jimmy Uso clean Sunday before their tag team title match on Sunday. Wow.
Does the New Day boom drop, as he calls it now? No more.
Really, I have a tough time seeing who's going to win on Sunday, because literally they can go either direction. They could have the Usos retain, but they could have New Day come out on top as a shock factor, because I don't think any other title is changing hands this Sunday. So, I don't know.
Do we want to talk about if the title does change hands? Your girl Carmella cashing in, but there's nothing to cash in on. They only just have a fucking match.
For like what?
She can't even call the match she had with Lana a match because it was a minute long.
That's why I say the third pay-per-view in a row where we actually don't get a legit match for the title. And she had a promo to be saying she was happy not defending the title. How are you happy not defending the title?
And having I love how they just have Carmella just like not.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Now. She wasn't happy. She's like, I'll be watching to see who comes out on top, and I'll be coming out to give him congratulations. Shut up, Naomi, man. Take the fucking light brights out of your goddamn title and start acting like a real champion.
You know what? I came up with a good prediction that I liked. They should have just had Naomi versus Carmella for the women's title, and then have Carmella have like a second chance at it and cash in the Money in the Bank. Like have her lose the first match, and then like just beat the shit out of Naomi afterwards, and then cash in.
I was scared. I was so scared during that stupid backstage segment with Shane, and I was it was so cringe that segment. I was so over that segment I couldn't even watch it. But I thought we were gonna get a tag team match. Thank God we didn't. But we actually got a good one-on-one match out of it. And we had Becky face Charlotte. But of course, we had to have Tupac herself on commentary. God,
she might be the worst superstar to go on commentary. Like, she's awful.
She's got to stop. She's got to stop being on commentary. I can't concentrate in the match.
I did like the match because Becky made Charlotte tap clean.
Every time Nadia's on commentary, I'm going to have to put the TV on mute because I can't take it anymore.
But Becky beating Charlotte clean with the disarmer.
That was... What? That's a huge upset in my mind.
Yeah. I mean, good for Charlotte. I mean, putting over some of the talent that needs to be put over,
God, but
not
like,
buried by her. But
when's the last time Charlotte tapped with anyone? Was that Sasha Banks during their whole
yep,
back and forth title feud?
yeah, the hot potato feud. But
Yeah,
yeah, pfft. And then
Lana.
we get Tamina and this whole Lana thing. Like, does Tamina have like a secret like love thing for
Gee,
Lana?
why does this look familiar? A bodyguard on a superstar. Where have I seen this again? Where have I seen this?
Maybe Monday Night Raw.
Was it Ring of Honor? No, it wasn't Ring of Honor. Was it Impact? No, it wasn't Impact. Oh yeah, it was the show the night before. Monday Night Raw. Why must they copy Monday Night Raw? Seriously, have nothing else? You can't think of anything else? Absolutely nothing else. We gotta say, oh, look at the good job Nia Jackson doing Alexa Bliss. Let's do it with Tamina. Oh yeah. Oh,
Sounds
unbelievable.
like
Like we said earlier, I'd love to be the fly on the wall in that meeting going, what the fuck is this? A bunch of monkeys in a room throwing magnets at the wall.
oh. And now like we get this match coming up, and after the Becky and Charlotte match, everyone comes out and starts attacking each other. And then like Naomi's nowhere to be found, Carmella's nowhere to be found. Like,
Great.
why are
Everyone
they
cool.
not involved in anything? They're just doing what Raw does now. Like SmackDown's literally taking a page from Raw's book and just putting everybody in the ring and making a clusterfuck.
Oh, B is for Awesome making his debut. He's a fellow Twitter follower, and he listens to our podcast frequently, actually. So B is for Awesome. I think his name is Brian. So Brian, welcome to the chat.
Yes, welcome.
Mayor making a debut, no pop.
Who was the last superstar to get no pop with a debut? Say it in the chat, guys. Who do you think the last superstar was to make a
Eva
debut
Marie?
that didn't get a pop? No, she got booed.
No.
I mean, like crickets.
No
for a
reaction?
debut. Yeah,
Sheamus?
that wasn't a debut. That was. I'm talking about like legit debut.
Hmm.
Like first time on TV.
No, no.
Curtis Axel, maybe.
Speaking of debuts, Mike Kanellis. Probably one of the most successful. Sorry, Mike Bennett. I'm gonna say it right. Fuck Kanellis. All right, I know they're doing the love couple thing, but it's Mike Bennett to me. Probably one of the most successful and impressive debuts I've seen in a while. Just gonna put that
Him and
out.
Sami Zayn are. It's gonna be a great feud, but I just cannot stand their fucking gimmick. It's awful. It is cringe. Every time I hear that song, I just want to drink bleach.
But the chemistry so far, and I'm liking it. I was really questioning to see what these guys would do in the ring. I'm loving the chemistry between these two guys, man. I know it was a quick match, but these guys, if they're gonna have their rematch at Battleground, I'm actually looking forward to it. These guys, Mike Bennett's an incredible wrestler. Sami Zayn, we know, is an incredible wrestler. I think there's a lot to this feud that we're going to get, and I'm hoping there's a lot more out of it.
Like I like Mike Bennett. I just can't get behind this whole love gimmick. Why did they give him such an awful gimmick?
I know.
And why isn't Maria just in the women's division? We know she can wrestle. Why can't she just be added as another woman to boost up the women's division?
Guess whose decision that was? I know sometime we're gonna get there. It's gonna eventually happen. There's gonna be like a split. I think it's gonna be a whole Maria goes for another guy thing.
Well, I mean, Sami Zayn's already been trying to do that, and that didn't work.
But dude, Mike Bennett's finisher, love. This guy can be huge if he's used right, man. I love his in-ring work. But was this way too soon? Should they have waited? Should they have waited till Sunday to debut his match?
Yeah, they should have. Why did they have to have a match this week? What was the point?
I when I saw he was coming out to have his first match, his debut match, I'm like, oh, okay, who is he gonna face? Aiden English or Sin Cara or Ty Dillinger? No, he faces Sami Zayn off the bat. I'm like, really?
So why do I care about their Battleground match if we've already seen Bennett beat Sami Zayn?
It was a quick match. It was like just to get us like a taste of what Mike Bennett has, and I think at Battleground, we're gonna get more out of it. Hopefully, that's just wishful thinking, and knowing WWE, you're probably not going to.
Why are we getting this match 4 days before the pay-per-view? I agree, Michael Cowley.
Yeah, I know. I'm still saying that we should get it on Sunday.
Mike, okay, at least he actually does it better than Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke cannot do the Michinoku driver.
Dana Brooke will probably eventually drop someone and cause them to retire.
Every time Dana Brooke faces one of my girls, I cringe because I think that she's gonna hurt them because she's that bad.
And I mentioned Dillinger in English. It was announced via backstage singing promo by Aiden English that these guys are going to have a rematch
I love how they haven't been feuding for like a month, and now they're just instantly gonna have a match again.
They're gonna have a pre-show match again. Fucking believable. Are you fucking kidding me? Do these guys have to face each other 10 times for it to be finally over?
It's gonna be 10 times, 10 feuds.
Don't get the fuck out of here with the 10 times nonsense. Unbelievable. They really can't do anything right, man. They literally they run out of ideas and they just try the rinse and repeat method and they think it works, but it's really nonsense.
They give Dillinger one good week of looking good, and then he goes back to irrelevancy again.
God, I can't believe that. I'm not even gonna watch the pre. I'm gonna have to. I got to. It's our hometown boy. I gotta watch it. Oh my God! I just hope it's the last one. And I think I said that the last kickoff match. I think that I'm pretty sure I said I hope this is the last one. I'm gonna say it again. I hope this is the last one. But one thing that was actually pretty good from SmackDown, and it never gets old. It's not getting old, and I'm surprised it's not getting old. This is the Fashion Files, and this week we got the Fashion X Files. It's like they're going in time, man. They're like going, like they started what? They started with like the old 1940s gangster thing, and they went into the I think they went to the 70s whole Miami Vice kind of thing with the Fashion Vice, and they went with the whole Sherlock Holmes kind of thing. And what was it? What's the cowboy one for? Why did they do that again?
I don't remember. Tyler Jones probably tell us.
Anyways, then now they're doing the whole fashion or the X Files.
Wow,
it's hilarious.
Hang on a minute. B is for awesome. Just put. I'd rather watch Shane fight a helicopter for 2 hours. Oh my God!
Hey, he survived today. Speaking of, like, his helicopter landed in the Atlantic Ocean and he survived. So it crashed down.
Good for Shane. I mean, maybe he elbow dropped the fucking helicopter.
The amount of gifs and pictures I've seen of him falling off the cell, cropping from the helicopter is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Unbelievable, man.
These people on Twitter are just goons.
But yeah,
sorry. Continue.
Fashion X Files, probably the biggest huge comedic relief spot, and they're so successful at doing it too. It's so good, man. It hasn't gotten old, and it's just great. And we're gonna get another big reveal this week at Battleground as to who the people are that smashed their office. And we got the delivery guy delivering a box that said
it was their horse. Yeah, Tyler Jones pointed out. I thought it was Eric Rowan's mask, but it was somebody broke their horse.
Well, speaking of that, a lot of people are speculating that it's going to be Harper and Rowan because when Breeze looked up at the light, he said they're here, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's the subtle tease that they kind of pushed in there and sprinkled on there. They sprinkled a little tease there,
sprinkle a little Roman in there for you." And they look at the guy that comes in. He's wearing a green shirt. Like, wow, it's an alien. He almost looks human though.
Oh yeah, he's like, "Oh, I am human."
Oh my Lord!
Brazongo's like, Brazongo's like, or not Brazongo. Fandango's like feeling his face.
Yeah, I love the way Fandango talks in these things. Like he just talks like serious, but it's hilarious. Their Fashion Police are definitely becoming the MVP of SmackDown, which is sad with these backstage vignette things.
I know. I hope that their match with Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, if they have one on Sunday, is really good. And I hope it's a decent feud. If they continue the feud afterwards, I don't know. What else do you do after this? Like,
do they go for the tag titles, or are we going to get Usos and New Day at SummerSlam?
I don't know. Maybe there's going to be like this whole big giant elimination match. I kind of have a feeling it's going to happen.
Yeah, maybe they'll face the Ascension in a pre-show match, because that's great for their trajectory of the tag team division.
Speaking of tag teams, we had a semi-decent tag team main event. Like the talent was there. And there's so much talent in one ring, and it's so hard to give a lot away for free or on free television. So it was a decent match. I know. They're holding back a lot. I love Corbin and Nakamura that they just love attacking each other in their entrances. That's been this whole feud, them jumping each other in their whole entrances. No one can have a full entrance in that feud. So at Battleground, they should just not have an entrance. They should just walk to the ring as fast as they can. No music, no nothing.
That would be interesting.
Owen's picking up a huge win against Styles, although I think his chances at Battleground don't look good, as WWE looks like they want to continue this AJ Styles Open Challenge. So I think that's like the most obvious match on the entire card, with Styles retaining. Maybe Owens gets himself DQ'd or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm really done with this feud too, honestly. Like
Yeah.
I like Styles and Owens, but I want to be done with this too.
And it looks like if
And
they,
I wish this was for the WWE title. Why is this the mid card title?
I don't know. I don't know. It looks like they're trying. I know they're trying to be different from Raw. Like they're trying to do their own thing. But to me, I always wish it's for the WWE title. I hope eventually they transition back to it and they have like these top guys going for the top title on your brand because right now
Jinder's just not cutting it at all.
you can boost the mid card title so much and then you're basically it's almost like the WWE title is becoming irrelevant and it sucks because it shouldn't be becoming irrelevant. It's
It's
their
the most
main title.
prestigious championship, really.
Like how are you putting
Oh
this
my
down
god.
to mid card level?
Well, I just hope to God they do not give away Styles and Nakamura until WrestleMania. They really need to build this feud and have Nakamura win the Royal Rumble, have Styles win the title at either Royal Rumble or Survivor Series or something, and
So
just carry that to Mania.
So then in a way, it's like you want Cena and Styles to happen at SummerSlam, so that match doesn't happen.
Like everybody wants Roman and Lesnar to happen, so it doesn't happen at WrestleMania next
Yeah,
year.
which it looks like we're not going to get, but I honestly think it's still going to be cut. I just honestly think they don't want that to happen next year. But I tweeted out yesterday saying um, the next U.S. Open challenge, like what I think is going to happen. I think Shelton Benjamin is going to make a return and be a U.S. Open challenge opponent.
Now, that would be a nice boost.
I think Ty Dillinger eventually does. It'll just be like a one-off week where he has a shot, just like they did with Chad Gable and Styles, right? Maybe they'll do it with Ty Dillinger. Mike Kanellis, I think maybe answers it eventually after feuding with Sami Zayn, or maybe
Fuck.
Sami Zayn screws him out of it. And I think if it's going to happen, I know you don't want it to happen, but if Derby goes in that direction, like they teased it this week with Nakamura staring at Styles, maybe they do it. Maybe they have him answer the challenge, and I don't know. Maybe Styles ducks out
Why
of it.
would you give this match away at SummerSlam? I know SummerSlam's your second biggest pay-per-view, but this is like two of the greatest talents that WWE has ever brought in that they didn't raise homegrown. And this can be a WrestleMania main event that can go up against Okada and Omega.
I hope they honestly they save it for then. I hope it's either Styles or Nakamura that wins the Royal Rumble. That sets up, whoever has the title at that point at WrestleMania, and you build a 4-month feud leading up to that. That'll probably be the feud of the year. You want to get they have what they're lacking right now is back when The Rock came back and feuded with Cena, those year-long feuds. That got a lot of people back watching WWE, man. You got a lot of people back into watching the product after that horrible PG era crap. They need something like that, and you got the two guys to do it in Nakamura and Styles. They need to do this right and just kind of pump the brakes and stop pushing shit so fast.
Yeah, I'd like to see probably some NXT stars. That'd be nice, Michael Chow. But heaven forbid we get an actual tournament for like the mid card title. Like
Right.
I loved King of the Ring. Why didn't they actually just keep that?
I wish
Have King of the Ring as just a mid card level tournament like it usually was, but have it like actually mean for a title shot.
Brian, you do not think Jinder is awesome. Stop it. He's not awesome. He's the most boring champion I've ever seen. The guy can't talk. He sounds like this. Randy Orton, I'm going to beat you in the Punjabi prison match.
To go off the NXT stars thing, I would have just kept with what they're doing with Dillinger. Fuck, they should have just kept him on NXT and have him debut against Owens or Cena in an open challenge at some point.
Yeah,
he's literally done nothing. It's done nothing for his career so far. Him being called up, nothing.
I agree, and it's sad.
He's just been kept on NXT.
We're so huge behind Dillinger because our hometown boy. So it sucks seeing him push like this. What feared is happening.
I really want a mid-card title on NXT. That way guys like him can actually shine, because realistically, if you're not a tag team and you're not the main guy, Bobby Roode, you're not going to go for a title. Like, they need a mid-card title in NXT.
Yeah. Blasphemy, Brian. Oh, man. Yeah,
Don't hinder Jinder, baby.
Man. I'm hindering Jinder hardcore. I'm sorry. Anyways. Yeah. So Raw definitely won this week for me. I mean, SmackDown really did nothing for me. There really wasn't any shock factor. They tried adding the Punjabi prison, and it was just bad. And Raw definitely kicks its ass with what we got. I mean, it wasn't a big reveal, but Raw just did it barely, but it did it for me this week.
I can't even say Raw won. It was just less cringe. Like, I liked the the Samson and Balor thing. That was good.
Oh my God, Brian, that's like the most biggest fantasy booking match. I'd lose it. And if that ever happened,
The
I'd probably
the,
like die. I think I'd
the
die.
Twitter marks would Twitter would blow up.
Omega debuts the Rumble, wins it. Styles versus Nakamura versus
Uh,
Omega. Dude, that
why
would
are we even
probably.
talking about this? Because it's not gonna happen.
Could you imagine if that happened?
I can't. I just don't want to get my hopes up because it's not
Oh,
gonna. It's like
man.
saying like CM Punk's coming back next week. Like just stupid things that aren't gonna happen.
Yeah,
But honestly, for Raw, I liked Strowman coming out at the end and kicking the shit out of everybody. That was good too. And the Samson thing. That was probably the only two things I liked from Raw, honestly.
although I do want to point out Brian's his fantasy booking is definitely more logical than CM Punk coming back. As much as I'm a CM Punk fan, that's more logical to happen than CM Punk returning anytime soon. Just saying.
SmackDown, the Fashion Files, the only good thing I liked.
Yeah. Yeah,
That was almost fell asleep watching SmackDown. It was bad.
I don't blame you.
And they changed the creative writers around. They brought Ryan Ward over to Raw, who used to be the creative writer for SmackDown. And obviously he's not getting creative freedom on Raw with Vince and Kevin Dunn
God,
over
who
there.
the fuck did they put on SmackDown? Because SmackDown is literally going backwards, man. And it's like what
Did
our
they
buddy
put Michael Hayes on SmackDown?
it's like what our buddy JD pointed out in his podcast, saying that you look at SmackDown near the end of 2006 last year to this point, it is a completely different show. Like on from start to finish, it is different.
It doesn't feel the same way. I think it was because they took that writer away, honestly.
Yeah,
But
I'd have to agree with that. But yeah,
the product just the go home show for Battleground. Wow, way to get me hyped for this show.
And again, I think we've seen that a lot. Actually, it's mostly this year. I remember last year a couple of go home shows were all right, but this year alone, man, all the go home shows have been actually really horrible. That doesn't get you hype at all for the pay per view. Raw got me more hype for next week's Raw than SmackDown did for this Sunday's pay per view. God.
Yeah, sorry.
Chow. Oh my
Yeah.
God. CM Punk bring it to the table, destroys JBL, bring it to the table, canceled the week after.
Or maybe they should have Legends of JBL with CM Punk, and then that can get canceled like it already did.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get into the next segment of the show, and that is the list of 10.
10.
You know what? You know what happens? You know what's gonna happen? You just made the list!
That's right. Welcome to the list of 10, the part of the show where myself and Corporate Cappy have our list superstar of the week and our perfect 10 superstar of the week. And basically, we give them the rankings of making the list and a perfect 10. We each have a superstar each. So let's give it right to, like we used to do, Corporate Cappy. Take it away.
My perfect 10 superstar of the week goes to hashtag Justice for Ellsworth, James Ellsworth.
You were not giving it to him.
Where is he at? Where is this Justice
he's
for
banned.
Ellsworth movement? Why is he not on the show? Okay,
He's not on the show. He can't.
He brings ratings to SmackDown Live. Okay,
He's suspended. He cannot be on the show.
but that girl that bought 10 of his shirts, that should have been enough right there. Like, why is the movement not started? Why aren't people chanting for Ellsworth on SmackDown?
Maybe the new writer actually sees the light that James Ellsworth is not good for TV.
Okay, he's not my 10 superstar of the week. I just miss Ellsworth, so I wanted to talk about him. My 10 superstar of the week is probably going to be Braun Strowman, honestly. I mean, the way he came back this week, just destroying Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns. But understandably, they just had a match, so like they were already tired. But he still kicked the living shit out of both of them. Even when the Coquina clutch was locked in on him, he still kicked Roman and then just running power slam both of them. It was just an awesome return for Braun Strowman, making him look like such a credible big man. And for that, Braun Strowman, you get a perfect
10.
That's right. He gets that perfect 10.
Hope you love that one, Tyler Jones.
Beat Brian for awesome says, can WWE make the list for not going with my booking of Angle's announcement? Brian's booking actually was pretty good on his announcement for Kurt Angle. Oh God, I've seen so many, Brian. I'm sorry I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I remember yours being one of my favorite. And I'll have to read it after the show because I can't really find it right now. It's so much shit going on Twitter. But his was actually hilarious. I'll have to show it to you Cappy after. His was actually pretty hilarious, and I wish his actually happened because it would have been worth watching other than that useless crap we got this week. But anyways, my perfect 10 superstar is actually superstars, it's plural, for this week is going to Rollins and Dean Ambrose. For actually cutting ties and bringing everything out onto the table and just stopping this whole hating each other nonsense. Really good promo work by both these guys. Rollins' apology actually seemed legit. And if a Shield reunion didn't work, even if it's just a mini Shield with them two, I'm all for it, man. I think these guys can be actually a pretty good team. And I don't see them being in the tag team division because actually I should be sick. Can you imagine those two in the tag team division right now?
I mean, they need tag teams.
That'd be a huge boost. So for them possibly being in the tag team division, I guess, and for their work on Raw this week, both Rollins and Dean Ambrose get a perfect
10,
That's right. That's right. So, Cobra Cappy, who makes the list this week? I'm intrigued.
For me, that was my return. It's more of a where you at more than a list. It's Naomi. What the fuck are you doing with the women's title? Honestly, all you did with the women's title was put LED lights on it.
Yeah, you
whatever they are.
went to her local Toys R Us and took a Pride of Light Bright and then put it on the title. Ooh.
You don't have a match.
You're such a credible champion. You put lights on it.
You don't have a match the last 3 weeks on SmackDown, and then you don't have a match on Battleground, and yet you want us to take you credibly as a champion. Yet you don't. You always say, "Oh, I'm taking on all comers." Where?
Lana for like 8 weeks in a row.
Yeah, you beat Lana in 3 matches in a combined 1 minute. Naomi, honestly, why don't they give her a match against Carmella, like I said, and then have Carmella cash it in after the match, or maybe our boy Ellsworth comes out. I don't know, but either way, Naomi for her recent run with the women's championship.
You know what? You just made the list.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, biasly, I'm gonna say the women's title has been incredible on SmackDown since Alexa Bliss held it and left.
I kind of have to agree with you with that. Literally, it's downhill since ever since she's left. It's been downhill.
I mean, I wouldn't say that, but I mean, you know, I can't say that without people, you know, jumping on me for being biased. But
I think Charlotte's gonna win Sunday, and she's gonna beat Naomi for it at SummerSlam. I'm going with that pick.
Robo Charlotte,
dude, and I think maybe Carmella cashes in at SummerSlam.
Can you imagine?
Dude, I think that's the type of match. That's a type of match where people are not going to be concentrated on Carmella. It's going to be such an epic build, Naomi and Charlotte. Charlotte's finally going to go heel, and we're going to get a good match at SummerSlam, and then Carmella's going to end up cashing it. I can see it happening. It's always a male superstar cashing at big pay-per-views. And this is the first time a woman has a Money in the Bank briefcase. I think it's going to be the woman cashing out a big pay-per-view.
In New York too, like she'll get a huge pop being a stat rat. So
Brian in the chat, I think Naomi's glow title is 100% worse than Cena's spinner belt. I actually like Cena's. Okay, sorry, let me rephrase that. I like Cena's spinner US title. I hated the WWE title. I absolutely hated it. That was a garbage title. I fucking hated
his US title was sweet.
When he debuted that new WWE title, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? That looks like shit."
And then when Miz won it, he just flipped it upside down so the M would.
Yeah, and then freaking Edge put the rated R symbol in the middle and expand the rated R.
I've seen that belt at events we've went to. That's actually a popular belt. People actually like that one.
Michael Chow, I really hope the Mae Young Classic brings a lot of good faces and it helps that division, like the lacking of a division, man.
And they really need to stock the shelves for NXT's women too.
Yeah, as soon as Asuka and Ember Moon are gone, man, you're gonna have some trouble. I mean, you got Nikki Cross there, but you gotta need some more people to carry that division. And they're not using Peyton Royce, they're not using Billie Kay, they're not using Liv Morgan, they're not using Aaliyah. Like they have women there, they're just not using. So I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, as for your question, Brian, Cena's U.S. title spinner belt is 100 times better than Naomi's glow title. But if we're comparing the WWE title, which one's worse? Oh, I'm gonna go with Cena's spinner belt.
Over what?
Over Naomi's glow title. What's worse?
I'll think of a worse one. Okay, I got one. Lay Cool's cut in half title. The cut in half women's championship. That was such a slap in the face to the fucking women's title, man.
Oh,
it was
God.
awful. Lay Cool should be ashamed. So who's your list moment?
My list superstar is actually the GM of Monday Night Raw, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle makes a list this week, yes, and I'm sure Brian will love this. Too much hype for that kind of reveal. What the fuck was Kurt Angle crying for? Why was he
We had
crying?
a month and a half build for this.
Then you Jason Jordan, really? That's the best you can come up with a big reveal. You had Kurt Angle tweet like 8 times on Monday telling people to watch Raw for that shit. That was literally just a ratings ploy, man. That was literally just to get as much ratings as possible on that one specific Monday night for some reason. This better have a great plot to it, or else it's gonna suck and it's gonna fail. So, Kurt Angle, for you trying to build this shit for a month, and for that lackluster of a reveal.
You know what? You just made the list.
Yes, Kurt Angle, you make the list, man. Who is this in the chat? Paulie B is the man. Hey yo, Paulie B, what's going on? Man, it's a new listener. What's going on, Paulie B?
Welcome to the
Joining
show,
in a little bit late to the show. We're an hour and 14 minutes in. Unfortunately, you have to go back and listen to it offline. But we are at the end of the show. We're gonna read fan questions. So Paulie B, if you're new to the show, man, it's Jason Angle. Respect the Dan. Damn it. It's not Jason Angle. Get out of here. But anyways, yeah, Paulie B. Basically, we're gonna read fan questions now. If you want to tweet in for the next show next week, you add us in Noel Bar WP and then tweet in your question for the show. Basically, it could be about Raw, SmackDown, it could be about anything.
We'll get to those questions.
And we'll get those questions right now. Fan questions, as I'm opening up Twitter. We have a couple this week. We actually have a few, and we got your boy Casey Salvas actually sending in some late.
Oh no! Speaking of Casey Salvas, so another announcement: NXT St. Catharines is coming back.
So NXT is coming. Basically, it's our hometown because literally St. Catharines and Niagara Falls are like directly attached to each other.
Yes.
Yeah, like
It's
literally.
like Ty Dillinger. Ty Dillinger is originally from St. Catharines, but he's built from Niagara Falls. That's how close they are.
Yeah. So it's coming to our. I'm going to say it's our hometown of St. Catharines. And it's a live event, and we bought tickets today. So basically how this worked, how I got the tickets today, because it says the sale for them is for the general public is this Friday, and then the pre-sale is Thursday. I got them today because last year at this time, or actually it was around November time, NXT was supposed to, it was actually around this time. NXT was supposed to come back to, or was supposed to come to St. Catharines, and they canceled it for NXT TakeOver Toronto, which we ended up going to anyways. So because I ordered the tickets last year, I got a day early access to these tickets. So we ordered them today, and we're going to be there at the St. Catharines live event, and
with our boy Casey Salvas.
And I think I'm going to do a vlog. I'll do a vlog for you guys.
But it sucks because Dillinger's not like literally he could just get sent down to this live event because it's not like he's
at him. I tweeted at him like, Dillinger, can you please appear at the event for us? Just please, just for one night only.
Come on the Titantron at least and give us a message.
Yeah. I also, but we're going.
Yeah, we're pumped. We've never had an event this close before, so it's gonna be awesome.
I have oh my God, Michael Challenge chat. Tune in next week as Jason Jordan's sister's Alicia Fox is revealed as Kurt Angle's other illegitimate child. Michael Chow, man, you're fucking nuts.
Stop the pain, man.
Anyways, so their tweets. We got Chuck Wilson giving us a simple tweet.
Oh, Chuck Wilson.
Yeah, C Wilson 3124. He puts, I just finished Raw. Excellent main event. A+.
A+. Okay, for the main event. I hope that wasn't for the whole show.
No, it's for me. That's for Braun Strowman coming in.
Because that's really the only thing worth reviewing, unless you include the Samson thing.
Yeah. Let's get into the other tweets for you guys, and we got some questions. So we got Tyler Jones, who was at the Raw this week in Nashville, or not Nashville, or in Tennessee.
It was in Nashville.
It was in Nashville?
It's in Bridgestone, yes.
Okay, it was in Nashville. Okay. So he puts, no question since we talk enough as it is, but an observation from my first live filmed event. Sound is fucking awful. Turn up the damn mics. Children and fangirls have ruined the experience in my opinion, and hashtag... Oh, God. Can't believe you made me do it. You made me do it, man.
Oh, my God. I hope you're not reading.
I'm not even going to answer that.
I did see the GIF someone made of him at the Hall of Fame when he ended his speech with the two
chocolate milk,
the two milks, and they cropped chocolate milk. Oh man, I hope this doesn't continue.
Anyways, Tyler Jones ends up putting, when everything was pretty shit other than the Hardys and Revival and the Joe and Reigns match. Reigns looks worse in person too.
Yeah, and you can hear all the women and little girls screaming for him.
Yep.
Worse.
Next set of tweets comes from your boy, Casey Selvis. That's Selvis94. He puts, what do you think of Brock Lesnar going back to the UFC, and what do you see, and do you see Reigns winning, he will get booed again? Okay, so you're saying, like, do you see Reigns winning at SummerSlam? Or are you talking about Reigns winning at WrestleMania? I'm not sure how clear that question is. But as for the Lesnar going back to UFC, who gives a shit, man?
Tired from UFC.
I don't care about Brock Lesnar going back to the UFC. Once he goes, sure. I'm not gonna pay attention to it. I'm not gonna follow his UFC career. I don't care.
His contract expires at WrestleMania.
He disappears with the title anyways on TV. Why would I want him sticking around WWE and ruining chances from a lot of main roster talent? Him going is going to do a lot for the roster because they'll have more chance of flourishing and getting a name for themselves because Brock Lesnar won't be hogging up all the TV time with Paul Heyman. I said earlier in the show, actually, Brandon, when the Skype cut out, maybe they pair Paul Heyman with Braun Strowman to be like the next Brock Lesnar type character in WWE. Although I think the more logical one would have been Samoa Joe. I think Samoa Joe is the next guy to be a Paul Heyman guy, so we'll see. Casey's next question: are you excited about attending NXT St. Catharines? Duh, yeah. I can't wait. I know it's a live event, but I think we're going to see a lot from an NXT live event. Man, I've never been to one, so I'm really, really excited to see what we're going to get.
Yeah, apparently they said it's going to be a stack card. Asuka, Bobby Roode, everyone's going to be there. So, we get to see Bobby Roode's entrance again. Oh,
yes,
can't wait.
Sing that, love it. Hope he doesn't get injured.
Yeah, let's not say that. But I've heard the NXT live events are actually like good wrestling, though. Might be good for once. We never see that on WWE TV.
Next question. Why do you think Smackdown has been garbage lately, an awful show? Well, we kind of answered that in the review, I think, because the writers were switched. I really don't think there's any other reason. I think the writers switching definitely played a huge factor into it, or they're just getting lazy. They're running out of ideas, and every show is like SmackDown is every week. Maybe they're getting writer's block. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no excuse though for this terrible TV. There's not. You have the talent. I don't know why the fans. It's sad that I can say the fans on Twitter can book a better show than what these guys are booking.
I just think Battleground is just a pointless pay-per-view. They're just building towards garbage.
They really didn't need it, in my opinion. Also,
I'm sorry. I'm reading Ellsworth's tweet. Everyone retweet and spread the word. I declare this Tuesday, July 25th, my 1-year anniversary of appearing on WWE. Hashtag National Ellsworth Day.
God awful. Anyways, Casey says he's going to be at the WWE event in Toronto. I'm going to bring a sign that says, "Please retire Vince. This old man needs to go, destroying the product."
Yeah, you're definitely getting that sign confiscated, bud. I don't know what the point of bringing that is.
Hey, maybe if you're willing to spend the $1 on Bristol board and write that, why not? Sure. Just don't get yourself into trouble.
We're going to Rock. We got our tickets for that as well.
Yeah, we're going. We'll be in row 1 of the 300 section. Should be a good show.
Yep, we'll be there. Good view of the stage. So, yeah, what's the next question?
Trey Patterson on Twitter puts what?
At Trey Patterson.
At Trey Patterson on Twitter. What could have been more anticlimactic than Jason Jordan that sucked? At least Ty and I got to see Braun, the Hardys, and the Revival live. Also, what are the chances Battleground ends up being a worse pay-per-view than Fastlane?
Nothing's going to be as worse as Fastlane, but it might be as bad as Payback.
Yeah, I agree with that. So Brian's going to be at No Mercy. Says he's taking a "I'd rather be at Nitro" sign. Yes, please tweet it out to us. I'll retweet it.
Brian, can you make a No Holds Barred wrestling podcast sign?
Yeah, can you just or say like "Hi NHBWP," or if you can do our logo's pretty easy.
That'd be an early candidate for fan of the year right there if somebody brought our sign.
Oh, we'll send you some nice things if you do that.
No, we don't have to bribe him.
No.
He should be just doing it on his own.
Anyways, Glorious Greg at XGilly929. He puts, do you think WWE is reuniting Harper and Rowan or calling up a new team from NXT to face Breezango? I'm going to go with Rowan and Harper. I think it's a little bit too early to call up a team. AOP is not getting called up anytime soon. They got to drop the titles first. There's no really other team that's standing out that's going to get called up. So I'm going with, Luke Harper and Rowan. They're getting reunited.
Like they've reunited and broke up like 5 times.
So
Why do I care about them as a tag team?
you should care. Come on now.
No one cares anymore. We've seen it, Rowan and Harper for like 4 years now.
Eric Rowan is like one of the top 5 wrestlers in the company.
Stop. We were supposed to get this Luke Harper singles push that never happened because he got put in the feud with Orton and Bray, and then it just went nowhere. And now he's never been on TV since.
And they wanted to repackage Eric Rowan to like this balloon thing. Michael Chow, fuck it, it's the Spirit Squad.
Honestly, why don't they just bring back the Lucha Dragons and put them in the tag team division? Honestly.
Hey, you bring back anyone as long as it's not, the headbangers, and I'm all right with it.
Oh, yeah, them. Definitely.
How did you feel about Braun Strowman destroying #NoManGains and Joe to end the show? I loved it. I absolutely loved it, man. It's making Braun Strowman seem more legit week by week, man, and it's great.
Oh, I loved it too. I mean, what's not to love about it? Braun's beating up Roman. And I mean, I think Braun versus Joe, if Joe didn't just have a full match, would be a pretty good fight too.
Yeah.
But if they do go ahead with this Fatal 4-Way thing, I mean, it is going to be like the 4 baddest dudes in the company, so I'd be all right with it as long as Joe or Braun come away with the title and it's not Reigns or Lesnar. Oh my God, bring back the Mean Street Posse.
Yeah, Pete Gasparino. Nice pink sweater, bud.
Yeah, Joey Abs and the Bang Man.
God. Anyways,
yeah.
last set of questions comes from our 2016 Twitter fan of the year, and that is Michael Chow. That's right. He gets his own entrance theme, guys. And if you win Twitter Fan of the Year, you will have your own entrance theme played right before every tweet read right here on the show. So that's all you have to do is just you tweet with us, you join us in the chat, and you're already automatically eligible to win Twitter Fan of the Year. We choose it at the end of the year during our NHBWP Slammies. So Michael Chow gets his theme song. That's the one he chose for us to play before every one of his tweets. So let's get into his tweets. Michael Chow puts, who would you pick to replace Reigns as the new face of WWE? I'd pick Zack Ryder. He's young, a good wrestler, sells merch, and kids love him. He's got a gif of like Zack Ryder giving like this like bogus smile.
Maybe they're the ones that attack the fashion police.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Who would have thought of it? Look at that. Look at that booking by Corporate Cappy. The hype
just came to my mind.
Yeah, they kind of just like been silent.
Thing.
Yeah. Man, but Zack Ryder being the face of the company, yeah.
Oh my God, Michael Chow! Enough with I don't ever want to hear any references of the Ball family ever again on this podcast. They are banned from this podcast or any chat. Anybody talks about the Baller brand is done. That's it.
And this is kind of a coincidence how he put. I don't know if he did it on purpose, Michael Chow. He put a GIF of Zack Ryder, and then his next tweet has a GIF of Emma. Was that done on purpose?
Zing. Well, that's Zack Ryder's fault. I mean, he chose to go with Chelsea Green instead of Emma.
I would have stayed with Emma, to be honest. Emma's probably the most hottest woman on the roster. I'm just saying.
I'd say Lana, but
yeah, that's a tough spot for number 1, man. Anyway.
I don't know, man. I think our boy Tyler Jones will say Nia Jax, but we'll just move on.
Oh man, she's out of this world.
Okay, what are his questions?
Michael Chow puts, why does Raw only focus on one women's feud? The second feud, Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox, was good. Why not book a feud between Mickie James and Emma? Oh,
I like that a lot. I think they've been teasing that, but just don't add Dana Brooke in it, because she just adds nothing to it.
But playtime is over.
Yeah, this whole Emma and Dana Brooke thing needs to end fast, because Dana Brooke is just stale as 10-year-old bread. She's as stiff as 10-year-old bread in the ring too, and it doesn't it doesn't bend or anything.
At least actual stale bread wouldn't botch in the ring.
Oh,
stale bread can put up a better match than Dana Brooke.
At least stale bread, when it hits the ground, it takes proper bumps.
Yeah, it doesn't break like Dana Brooke. Anyways,
yeah, I would be happy. Like, I don't know why they only focus on one feud on Raw. Honestly,
it's bad. They have a 3-hour show. They have no excuse. SmackDown has an excuse. It's only 2 hours, and you got to fit in 300,000 commercials.
yeah, the commercials are another thing I could have given the list moment to, but I just didn't want to get into that.
Anyways, Michael Chow's last question: with SmackDown Live down another tag team with American Alpha gone, which 2 stars would you like to see go after the tag titles? He picks Sami Zayn and Ty Dillinger.
Yeah, the two underutilized guys. I mean, I'd like to see it, I guess.
Man, he has the gif of the Sonic commercial you're telling me about. Of Zayn pointing at the Sonic thing and Dillinger going 10. Oh man, those guys would be a sick team. Could you imagine these 2 teaming up?
I would love to see that. Those are 2 great talents that are totally
That third
underutilized.
is like, do we even have talent? Oh my god, Michael Chow loves the bread jokes. We can do that. We can do a whole show about Dana Brooke being stale as bread, man. She's stale in general. She's got no the only good thing that came out of Dana Brooke was when she was with the club. When we were saying that back when she was doing the whole club thing. We're like, she's like the perfect manager for both these guys. But no.
Yeah, she might as well be a cue ball just like them.
Yeah.
Maybe can we find a partner for Aiden English maybe?
They can't. I think they can find this like indie guy. I think his name's like Simon Gotch. Seems like he'd be a perfect pair. Oh wait.
I heard they tagged before.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have loved for Samson to go over to SmackDown, have Samson and Aiden English as a tag team, and just have Aiden English sing with Samson with the guitar. I think they'd generate much. It would generate so much heat. They could be like the biggest heel tag team on SmackDown.
Oh man, bigger than the Usos?
Yeah, I mean, well, the Usos basically became face after their whole.
They're still face, man. They're heel. As they're heel, people are freaking still chanting Uso in the crowd.
Because they're actually watchable now that they're heels. They're actually doing great work.
Yeah, Michael Chow puts, if Bray and Orton can win the tag titles, why not Sami and Dillinger? Right?
Agreed.
The Drifter and the Singer.
Yes.
Brian,
bring that together.
Please.
Start the hashtag. The
you did not say that.
Dana the Maestro of Mayhem.
I'll say it. Dana Brooke is a hot dude.
All right, we're gonna move on. Bring back Damian Sandow to tag with Aiden, and yeah, that won't happen.
Yeah, keep feeding us these teams, guys. These are hilarious. We should be a new makeshift team to win the titles. So we have Samson and the Singer. So the Drifter and the Singer. The perfect 20, as Greg puts it, Zayn and Dillinger.
What about Ziggler and somebody?
Ziggler and Ty Dillinger would be perfect, man.
Or Ziggler and Aiden English. I don't know how that would work.
Like make a remix theme of "We Are Perfection."
Oh my god.
Instead of "I Am," it could be "We Are Perfection." That'd be great. I think the CFO Dollar Signs got it in their bags to make a theme like that.
Yeah.
Dillinger and Ziggler.
Speaking of the fans, we totally forgot. I forgot about it. Twitter fan of the month for the July. We just got to give it to Tyler Jones again for filling in.
Yeah, let's give it to him. Yeah,
we'll give it to Tyler Jones.
If you're new listening to the podcast, we try to do Twitter fan of the month with the whole summer. We kind of forgot about that. But Twitter fan of the month, we choose one day of the month, and you're supposed to get your tweets read first, which I kind of forgot to.
Yeah,
if you win Twitter fan of the month, we'll read it first. We'll try to get it for August. So whoever wins for July, I'll try to get I'll try to remember to get your tweets read first. Yeah. We do fan of the month too. Maybe I'll make my own Miz had the participation award. Maybe I'll make I'll crop it out and do the NHBWP participation award for the month. Maybe we'll call it the No Holds Barred participation award. Brian in the chat, Brian Michael Chow tag team run. So I can go with the heel turn to get the Twitter fan of the year award.
Oh yeah. Well, you already told them your plan, so that's not going to work. So Tyler Jones.
Ty Dillinger Jones.
Tyler Jones is the Alexa Bliss of this podcast. First to win 2 Twitter fan of the month. So good for him. For filling in.
Wouldn't Michael Chow be sort of like that too? Didn't he win Twitter fan of the month and year?
He can't win Twitter fan of the month.
Oh no, he can't. Oh yeah, that's right. If you're a Twitter fan of the year too, guys, and you're new to the show, you can't win Twitter fan of the month at all throughout the year because you get your own theme song. This should be enough. Okay, you get to pick your own theme song. I don't care what it is. I'll play it.
Michael Chow has his own podcast. Might as well plug that.
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking of our Twitter fan here, Michael Chow TV, he's got his own wrestling podcast. He's also on Spreaker, so go check him out. He's also on Twitter at Michael Chow TV. He's got his own show, WMC TV, so go check him out.
He has some great contests too.
Yeah, he's got some awesome contests, which I've won, and Corporate Cappy's won. So, and they're free to enter, which we're doing one for SummerSlam. I'm going to bring back the Pick'em contest, and the prize will be, again, the NHBWP crate, which our last person to win that was Juggy, who's been absent from our podcast lately. But Juggy has the video on his Twitter. If you go look through his Twitter, at Azazel_YT, he has the unboxing of the crate. We added some pretty cool stuff in there. So if you want to get a taste of what the crate has inside, go check out his Twitter in the video. I'll see if I can retweet it and put it on our Twitter page. But at SummerSlam, I'll be doing a contest. It's free to enter. It'll be a pick'em contest, and then the winner will receive a NHBWP crate.
Yep. And maybe we'll try to do like we did for WrestleMania for SummerSlam, like the date on the Saturday. We'll do the Skype call all day podcast thing if we can. If
you guys you guys knew the podcast, what we did the Saturday before WrestleMania, we had an all day podcast where people would just call in. We talked wrestling, we talked WrestleMania, we talked Takeover. We're gonna try to do it for SummerSlam too. I booked both days off, so we'll be able to do it. We'll try to get
and we'll give you some. We'll sprinkle in a few small prizes like we did last time.
Yeah. And Michael Chow, I hope you received our box that we sent.
Michael Chow, I want to see an unboxing video of this when you get it.
Yeah, I hope you do. I hope you're not just really excited and you rip through that sucker. But once you get it, get an unboxing video and we'll retweet it and put it on our channel. So let us know. DM us. Slide right into our DMs.
Oh my God, Xavier Woods style.
Oh yeah!
His DMs are open, baby.
Oh my God! Did you see today, Paige, that now the police are saying that they're going to charge her with battery?
I think that's something you need to say for the Sunday Night Heat.
It's a big mess. I am going to. There's more information about it. I'm not going to say everything out.
Yeah, that was a long episode this week. There was a lot of news last week.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure you tune into that show too on Sundays.
Yeah. Brian saying, jokes aside, glad I found this podcast through another show I listened to. And that's probably RTM Wrestling. Those guys are awesome. Listen to them every single time they come out.
Our UK brothers over there.
Oh, God, I love RTM. And those guys, I hope they come to WrestleMania next year. I think they are planning it, and we have a meetup. Because I really want to meet Andy and the Pocket Rocket Emma, man. These guys are a blast. So
we got to meet a lot of people, so I'm excited about it. I'm more excited about meeting those people than I am about like the actual wrestling.
I swear to God, if we see JD at WrestleCon, I'm going to sneak up behind him and do the Kevin Dunn voice.
I don't know if he'll like that or not. I don't know. Maybe you'll scare the shit out of him.
If I get blocked, I get blocked. Whatever.
And if any of you guys are going to Mania, let us know. We'll meet up there too.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. So, I think that's going to do it for the show today.
Calling us cool dudes. Thank you. Michael Chow says, I had to open a case with the post office because it's not here. Oh, damn post office.
You need to hire David Otunga as your fucking
attorney
for this.
Yeah. Andy's the man, too bad he hates my people.
Your people.
Hey, wait, Brian, I think you're from California. Michael Chow's from California, too. He's from the Bay Area. So, yeah, I wonder how close. I think you're from California, Brian. I think. I could be wrong. I think I'm botching. What else is new?
Either way, I don't know. You are Dana Botch of the podcast.
Stop it.
I do want to say you've been doing a great job while I've been gone, though.
Again, like I said in the beginning of the show, it's tough doing it by myself.
Yeah, we'll see if I can get on next week.
If I'm saying this right, Whittier, California.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm
anyway,
literate, so anyway.
we're rambling on here.
Yeah, we'll do something else, guys. So, anyways, for more, there's gonna be more content this week. Don't worry. I'm trying. I'm so hard. I'm almost done finishing. I'm cropping, editing the Blast from the Past for No Way Out 2000. And the Sunday Heat will be live this Sunday, guys. So check me out. I'll be live somewhere around the noon hour Eastern time on Sunday for the Sunday Heat. It's a weekly wrap up of the news. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll get you to come on the show with me. We'll see.
One day, yeah.
Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for week number 15 of the Lowdown Show on No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast. We're your Canadian WWE podcast that discusses and reacts to Monday Night Raw and Tuesday Night Smackdown from the past week. Remember, every week the Lowdown Show is broadcasted live right here on Spreaker at Spreaker.com/NHBWP or NHBWR, or on the Spreaker app available for all Android and Apple devices. After we are done recording, the podcast is posted in full on Spreaker itself on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/NHBWR, and iTunes and Stitcher Radio. You can follow the podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram by searching up No Holds Barred WP. All links will be in the YouTube video description below for the podcast. I'm your host, the self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters, and not every week because of the summer, but I continue to be joined by my co-host, the blissful boss, Mr. Corporate himself, Corporate Cappy.
That's what's best for business.
Yep, and guys, we're always reminding you to keep it on the lowdown.
Gonna kick your sorry ass out on the street.